Hi, everyone. Welcome to SVR Sports Picks. His name's Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is Loshak in the Bag show for Thursday, June 14th. Big day today, right? The start of the World Cup, day one, and the start of CFL, right, Jim? Jim, you might be wondering. You might have been wondering who's going to be covering CFL in the Loshak in the Bag show. I am, Jim. And you might be wondering, do I have a play and a bet already for day one? Yes, I am going to have a pick for tonight's game that I'm kind of liking a decent amount, Jim.
That sounds great. I will be capping CFL as well. You make it
Very
sound
nice.
like I won't be.
No, because I have no idea what you because sometimes we have division of labor here. Do you like capping CFL in general? Like, how do you find it?
do. We've had this conversation before.
Yes.
As a Canadian, I've my whole family had season tickets to the BC Lions when they were back at Exhibition Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
My great uncle would pick a position and solely watch that with binoculars every single play, and we weren't allowed to speak to him. That is great Uncle Don, who's no longer with us. But yes, I have a rich CFL history, and although the league is not nearly as popular in my country anymore, I still follow it very much.
It certainly is an interesting league. It's an interesting league. Jim, did you handicap the game tonight by any chance?
I'm saving it for the late afternoon show. I was working all night on soccer.
Okay. Yes, of course. I am as of right now passing on the World Cup, focusing on other things. But yes, so it's a momentous day in the sports betting season. Both the World Cup and CFL starts tonight. Jimmy the Bag. I was off of a losing day in MLB. It was a tricky day in MLB yesterday. What happened yesterday? I'm trying to remember. What were the games that we won on? We lost on.
Well, I took it right in the old prison pocket on in the morning. I went 2-0 at night to not get hurt too badly. By the day, but it was tough. I got the over with the Giants Marlins, and
that was a nice call there, Jim.
And I wish I had stuck to my guns with the Molly under in Cincy KC, but those things happen.
I didn't mean to talk you off of that, Jim. I'm just shouting out words at you, just like all the people in the comments section are. None of us are 100% right.
I think that if I'm on one side and you're on the other, and I don't make a play percentage-wise by the end of the year, it will be a smart thing for me to do.
I don't know about that. Yeah, it was interesting. I mostly took it in the whole colostomy bag in the day show as well. The Cubs game, I thought the Cubs were going to hit Chassin. They didn't. I did think Boston would hit that first-time starter for Baltimore, and they did enough for me to get a casher there. The Dodgers, I got a push on that one, and I did take Arizona also with Greinke at -1. That one was a loser, and then I got a little bit unlucky with the Angels. Seattle second half. I had the second half over on that one, cashed easily, and I had the Angels second half, which was looking good until the old walk-off home run in the bottom of the inning for Seattle. That was if it had just been one run, it would have been a push, but I had to take a loss on that one. So I got a little bit unlucky, and that's always a good sign when you can look back at a losing day and say there were definitely spots where I got a little bit unlucky,
Yes, and I think that's the only way to slow you down right now. You're very hot. You're very hot. I got the first 5 under with Covey, White Sox, Indians. Covey outpitched Bauer.
That's right. We will talk about that because I just remember we do have a 12 o'clock game Eastern time MLB game. And Jim, I did have a WNBA winner last night as well, and the under was a lean that would have cashed if I had given it. So I nailed the WNBA game last night. All right, let's just quickly before we get to all the bullshit and analysis and neurosis. Let's talk about the 12 o'clock game, which is San Francisco, Miami. Again, not great call yesterday on the over in San Francisco, Miami. These two offenses can be a little bit weak, and it can be a cavernous park. But you had the over yesterday, that one cashed. Now we have Straley against Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been interesting. He's a youngster with some decent stuff. His last start was not good, but 2 starts ago he had a good start. Straley up and down, starting to slump back down a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what to make of Straley. What do you like here, Jim?
Well, I think I was somewhat fortunate with the over Justin Boer's double with 2 out. Bottom of the 8th, so it was. But then this Giants bullpen is susceptible. Pudge's son, it's exciting to see him make the show. He's 26 years old. Not a well thought of really prospect. He's earned his right to pitch in the majors. I'm going back to the well. I see that the line, the market's going against me, going towards the under. An 8 is available now, and
I'm assuming that based on the line moves, that's because there's someone out for Miami.
And it was the Giants lineup that came out first, and the Giants lineup looked good.
Right.
So I'm still going to take the over 8 because it starts in 3 minutes. So I just want to lock that in.
Sure.
The over 8.
All right, let's quickly lock it in. 8 minus 103, we can give you that one. San Francisco, Miami, over 8 minus 103. This one makes me nervous, Jim. I don't know if I like this one just because, it's an early day game like this with lineups that aren't too ferocious. Starting pitchers who, aren't lights out, but they can be good enough. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Giants' offense. They're using all their big guns because they want to make sure that they're not swept. Marlins have won the first 3 games of the series. When I saw the Giants lineup, I felt comfortable because I do think Rodriguez is going to get touched. It's Straley, whether or not Straley has a great start or not. And Straley has not looked good this year. He just hasn't. You break down his numbers. Yes, the Marlins are 5-3 when Straley starts, but he has just 2 quality starts. They've both been on the road, which is different from what he was like last year. Last year, he was so much better at home. This year at home, he's 1-0 with a 7.11 ERA over 3 starts. Yes, he has good numbers against the Giants, but I feel comfortable with the spot.
All right, great. Now, to people who might be new to MLB handicapping, basically anytime you have a day game after a night game, my first note for that game always is check lineups, right? You know what I'm saying? I have my opinions or whatever, but always check lineups. I didn't have a chance to check the lineups here, but I was definitely thinking the way you were, Jim. I was thinking about San Francisco and San Francisco's second half. I'm wondering why you don't like San Francisco here, and what's your take on? What's the deal with Miami's lineup? Is anyone sitting for Miami?
Yeah, let me pull it up. But my big concern here is Rodriguez.
Right.
He was there. He was living in Miami for that run that his dad went on in 2003. So he's fond memories of the stadium and stuff like that. But I just don't see him as a pitcher to trust on the road. And I'm fine with this. But Shuck is in the lineup and Holiday at center. Yeah, the Marlins lineup is not. You got a 170, 185, 161, 678. Not exactly what I'd like to see, but Dietrich, Anderson, Bohr, I still think that Rodriguez can get touched. And if he gets touched for 4 runs, I expect to hit the over.
Okay. I am going to take San Francisco on the second half. San Francisco, second half, minus 125. San Francisco, second half, minus 125. Again, this line is headed strongly in oh, my God. Wow. It's now up to minus 135 at Pinnacle. That's officially a 35-cent move. It opened at plus 100 at Pinnacle. Now it's up to minus 135. I totally agree with you. I think this is a good spot for San Francisco. They don't want to get swept, and I'm going to throw on San Francisco -1. I'm doing it, Jim. I'm going to line shop right now just to give myself the best lines here. Intertop still has minus 122 on the money line, and then on the run line, let me just check. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got.
A lot of guys agreeing with you. Marco Liu said Giants right side. Scotty Rock forever. Giants run line. Sam's pick says Giants will roll today with that lineup.
Yeah, and Intertops has plus 140, so I'm taking San Francisco -1, minus 122 on the money line, plus 140 on the run line, and I'm also on San Francisco second half minus 125, Jim, and maybe even San Francisco on the first 5-inning team total over. Let me just quickly. We have the game is really literally about to start. San Francisco 2 at minus 114 to hit Straley. Straley does seem like he's probably going to get hit a bit, right?
He just hasn't looked very good this year.
Good.
But he's coming off taking that shot to the ribs.
Yeah.
He says that he's completely fine. He's not trying to look like a tough guy or a warrior by coming back 5 days later. Clearly, he's a veteran presence on a team that desperately needs it. And they like having him on the mound. They seem to succeed offensively.
All right. Well, it is now officially 12:10 p.m., so I'm not going to make a post, even though a lot of places do have, they hang their lines like 5 minutes after the game starts, but I won't do that. I will just take San Francisco second half minus 125, San Francisco -1, and Jim is on the over 8 minus 103. That's it for that game, Jim.
That's it for that game.
All right, now we can go back to bullshitting a little bit, wasting a little bit of time here and there, reading some comments. Jim, you got any comments or any bullshit that you'd like to?
I do have some comments.
Shout out.
Pete and I made a decision yesterday. We are having Team Bankroll join us every Monday and Thursday on our afternoon show. Those are days where we have a lighter card, and we're going to break down all the games up until the next time they arrive. And I think that's very exciting. I think our low baggers are going to like that. I think it's a good idea.
Absolutely. I had a great time. I had a great time on that show. It was very, very good. And I knew my boy Jim was going to represent with the research. You know what I'm saying? The Team Bankroll guy was sitting there giving all his opinions, giving all his breakdowns, and he was like, I don't know if you know this. And Jim was like, oh, of course, it's right in my notes here. And he was like, wow, you really do good research. I was like, that's my boy, Jimmy the Bag, fucking killing it with research.
It's fun. It's really enjoyable. enjoyable for me to do the research. But Alex and Natalie are experts, and I really think with combining, your savvy sense of the market, our great group of low baggers on the chat, and then their expertise, I think that we should have a lot of wins. And I've already got some plays. I didn't make a bet on this game, although I'm not taking Russia to move on, and so clearly I don't want a 4-0 win over Saudi Arabia. But it'll all come down to when Egypt plays Russia for a lot of what I have done, and I have a lot of plays that we will be having.
All right, that sounds great. Yeah, I turned to the team bankroll people yesterday, and I said, hey, I'm up over 40 units in MLB, and they were like, yeah, we were up over 200 units in our show. Is that true, Jim?
That is true.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I was stunned by that. I was stopped in my tracks, and then the guy said, Alex said, well, but you guys are legends, and I was like, well, yeah, I guess it is kind of a nice consolation prize, I guess.
Doesn't feel like it.
I know, Jesus Christ, but so apparently they know what the hell they're talking about. That really, I was not expecting that because I don't follow soccer at all, and I was not expecting them to hit me with a plus 200. They're talking about everyone combined, though, right?
Everybody combined, and they get to do double unit play, 2 unit plays on some plays, but still, it's very impressive, and it's going to be great for us all to work together.
Sure. And it's also the only sport they cap. You know what I'm saying? And we have to focus on that as well. Not biting off more than we can chew when things pick up in a few months. All right, so let's get some quick comments, and then we'll get into the MLB handicapping. How about that, Jimmy the Bag?
I like it. Buddy Bill says Hennessy and capping, life is beautiful.
Oh, very, very nice. Hennessy. Ooh, all right.
Shit,
very
son.
nice. Very nice. Miss J says, where are the low baggers t-shirts? I don't know, Miss J. All I do is I sit here and the records are ready. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Johan. I don't know. We should get some swag. I have started to go through the comments on the saved comments that I have. You know what I found, Jim? I wound up coming across the one where I wore the Rambo after a stroke. That was some funny shit, Jim.
I just wish that YouTube was showing the chat beside it. That was a very highlight. That was when we turned the corner. I felt because the comedy was absolutely brilliant on their chatters and Twatty Latte, and it wasn't just Twatty Latte.
Oh God!
Oh man! And
there were so many that I even missed, but Jimmy the Bag. Luckily, I saved them all.
That's great.
Maybe we'll have to make a separate poster and calendar just for that show's comments. It was awesome, but So the point is that Miss J, hopefully we'll find a way to get some swag going on because swag is kind of cool. I like swag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It would be nice to have it ready for Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? Let's look for some comments. Look for some handicapping comments. Then let's get into MLB game-by-game comments. Let's see. Kobe Valentine. I'm on. Wow. Okay, we missed that one. First comment. One of the first comments of the day was Kobe Valentine. I'm on Miami. Can't fade Straley at home, especially after a couple bad starts. Seems like a bounce-back day for him. I would agree with that. It's just I like the spot for San Francisco more, but I'm agreeing with that. I'm not necessarily super low on Straley at all, and I got to be honest. I feel a little bit nervous about your over there. Although I'm glad you got 8 instead of 8.5. But I would agree with Kobe Valentine there about Straley in general. But I did like the Giants because of the spot, and then of course because of the lineups. All right, let's see other comments here. And any comments? Just shout them out, Jimmy the Bag. Just shout the comments out.
We got a great group of guys already together, which I love seeing. Marco Lu, wow, a lot of interesting stuff. I can't wait to have Alex and Natalie with us and these are the perfect days to do it on Mondays and Thursdays when we're light. Dirty Sanchez says D-backs is my favorite play today. Clubs heading in different directions. Mets traveling from Atlanta. I'll take the Diamondbacks run line.
Yeah, I mean and then the other point of that is that the Mets are almost an auto fade team right now. You know what I'm saying? We will get into that one. Not applicable to comment. He's just a question. Did Jimmy and Pete shit the bed? No, not that I noticed.
Hey, I had a 2-4 day. That's shitting the bed to me. It was not the kind of day I was hoping for.
Didn't shit the bed. I lost about 2.5 units in MLB, but then I had a winner in WNBAs. It was a small losing day, which I don't like to see. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Teddy B says, Loshak in the bag. First 5 over in San Francisco. First 5 over in San Francisco. Over 2. Hanging grapefruit. Okay, I think he's talking about the San Francisco team total over, which was almost a play that I gave. Yeah, Teddy B. I probably should have given that, and I didn't, but you might be right. Here you go. Kingu AB about business. What's up, cappers? Let's get this cash. Peace, love jokes and money in our pockets. Man, I love who is this guy, Kingu?
I told you when
business.
you came back, this guy was a huge asset. And even here, Richard Reyes says, good morning, everyone in this chat. Big shout out to my brother Kingu about business. And the best native queen respects you all for the money that you made me with your capping.
And the second part of his comment is also insightful. He says, the world is not perfect, but this show and us coming together here works perfect. Wow, man. Saving that comment, Kingu. Yeah, you're damn right. The world is not perfect. And the sad part is it could be. It could be. And it's all our fault that it's not. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with humanity? Done. I'm done with that shit. 2,000 years of evil. Let's stop it now. 2018. All right, Jimmy the Bag. Let's see. What else do we have? Yes, Blake Kersey said Pete jinxed himself bragging to Nat about MLB record. You're right. You're right, Blake Kersey. You're right, Blake Kersey. But I had to, that's the problem is that like I love going for the joke. You know what I mean? So what do you do when you have an idea that you know will be funny, but you know will also jinx you? I always go for the joke and accept the jinx. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
Sure.
But you're right, Blake Kersey. I knew it as soon as I said it. You know what I mean? As soon as I said, because when you do a dickhead brag, it's funny. But you're also jinxing yourself. And I knew it. I knew it at the time, Blake Kersey. You're absolutely right. Okay, great comments coming in. I'm just looking for some others. Shout out any comments that you see that you want to highlight, Jim, and then we'll get into MLB. Any comments?
Not really. Nick Dial joining us. Greg Capper says, I like Astros first half under 4. Jesus Cabrera on Tampa Bay Rays first 5. That is a play that I am on as well, although I haven't bet it yet. Andrew James says, I love this show. I bounced back this week. Bankroll management beat. Nice. Andrew Jameson listening. Hoops 590, Rays first 5. Go for it. I agree with that. And Buddy Bill says, Pete got on that 1981 Boston George shirt on.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is a pretty nice look here, Jimmy the Bag. I don't know if you're noticing this, but trust me, I look cool. For anyone who's looking, what the fuck is Loshak wearing? Trust me, I look cool, all right? Trust me on that one. In the meantime, a little bit more bad news. Tomorio Tomor says the Giants hit lefties harder. Straley dominates lefties. I'm not in the game. Good matchup for Straley. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. All right, I'm just looking for her comments. Any other comments?
Kevin K saying Rays first 5, my best play. I like it. I like that play a lot. Hoops 590 said I already made money this morning on Russia over 1.5. Great work. Marco Lou says I will not be on the Rockies today. That is an important reason why I don't generally now I'd be not making plays before I get here, but I am on the Rockies first 5, and I made that play before I knew that Arenado was going to be out of the lineup, but I'm still fine with it because I think Velasquez is going to get tired. I just don't believe in this guy long term. Marquez has looked so good on the road. I'm looking forward to cap that game.
All right, some other questions. Yellow Jesus says, Pete, can we start doing pitcher props? I mean, we could. In my routine, I just don't have time slotted to do that. But pitcher props in games, as with all sports, can be some of the best ways to bet value. As we know in the NBA playoffs and in the NBA and in the NFL regular season, player props can be the best way to bet those games with the most value. The problem is just that there's lower limits. But yes, pitcher props. I know people who do pitcher props. I mean, maybe if we can incorporate some sort of guest pitcher prop expert for the MLB, I would love to do that. You have to know what you're doing. You can't throw this stuff out willy-nilly, and I just don't have exactly quite the time right now to analyze all the pitcher props. Some of the people I know who bet props professionally only do that. There are people who bet props professionally, and they don't. And people are always asking. They kill props, and then people are like, "Well, who do you like in the game?" Like, I have no clue. I don't do that. So a lot of the people, not a lot. I mean, there's not a lot of them, but I do know people who bet props professionally or semi-professionally, and they do it. They do that exclusively. They don't do sides, totals, or anything else because they have an edge and a spreadsheet and a way of analyzing value with player props, and that's all they do. Okay, go ahead. What happened?
2-0 Giants.
Oh, very nice. That's good for both of us, Jim. That's awesome. Very, 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 very nice. Jim.
Very nice.
Very nice. Although I should have had the balls just throw on the throw. But you see how much integrity I have? It's 12-10. I was like, nope, the game's already off. I'm not going to post it.
I respect that. DJ Big Boss says, Pete, fresh off the set of the 70s show, Costa Rica with that shirt.
You know it.
Zigzag Man says that shirt was worn on Stand By Me, the movie.
DJ Big Boss says Pete stole that shirt from Curious George. LOL. DJ Big Boss is a guy with a little bit of style. So I need him to approve of my
Big Boss will be around to approve. In Vegas at IFBC, so I can't wait to have that.
Very nice.
Yellow Jesus, they're talking about Mike Franco. Yes, Mike Franco has lost his spot in the starting lineup with these Phillies. So anybody just expect him, just be surprised when he's in the lineup rather than amazed when he's not.
All right, and shout out to Buddy Bills 357 for nailing the date. Pete got that 1981 Boston George shirt on. Yes, 1981, nailing the year. Shout out to Buddy Bills. All right, let's get into MLB. Jimmy the Bag. Let's see what we got. Again, we got a short card today, and I'm a little bit concerned about some of my leans on this one. The Yankees game in the nighttime is very interesting. Obviously, the Mets game. I mean, the Mets just seem like an auto fade. Once again, it is Felix Hernandez day. Felix Hernandez is almost becoming maybe the new Bartolo Colon day. I feel like 10 of my units have to have come from fading Felix Hernandez just alone. Right?
I agree, but I am a little more pensive at home. But I was reading comments about him, and his velocity just isn't there.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we do have another game that starts in less than an hour.
Yeah, two games, in fact. Colorado, Philly, and Minnesota, Detroit. What do you think, Jim?
I am going to take, I already bet it, so I'm going to follow through with it, even without Arenado. Actually, you know what? Let me break. Do you mind while I break this down? Could you take a look at this Rockies lineup?
Sure.
Game time temp, 80 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing strongly sideways. Very strong sideways. Phillies 3-8 in June. Not won a series in 3 weeks. You cannot trust this offense, but in the changes that they've made, with Crawford taking over from Franco and having Kingery and both those guys in the lineup, they are going to be better defensively, which should help long term. But man, when you can't hit, it's hard to win games. Ask the New York Mets that. Yeah. Marquez 4-6, 4.79 ERA, 1.48 WHIP through 67 2/3, 66 Ks, 28 walks, and he's got this strange home and away situation going where he looks awful at home and he looks very, very good on the road. Marquez owns a 2.06 ERA, 1.086 WHIP, and a 6.06 opponent OPS, which is very good, coming off a very bad home outing. 3 home runs in that third inning against the Diamondbacks. Velasquez, I just don't trust. I have not trusted him in years, and I lost money fading him a few weeks ago, but I'm going back to the well here. I do not trust him. Pitched in the Phillies' first game of this homestand, one of the worst starts of his career, and they said his velocity was down. His velocity was down. Is there going to be, did he just not have it that day, or is his velocity going to be down moving forward? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves, and I just don't trust him. I don't trust him, and the Phillies aren't hitting, and I don't trust the Rockies bullpen. Put that all together, I'm taking Rockies first 5.
Velasquez, is his velocity's down, huh?
It was down last start.
I mean, that's all he got.
Exactly.
That's all the guy got.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was thinking about Colorado here as well. My notes say Colorado's second half again here. Check lineups, obviously. Howard lineup. So it's just Arenado who's out for Colorado.
I'm not sure. Did you take a?
Let me see. Arenado, Colorado. Let's see. Mateo is in. Blackman, Gonzalez, Trevor Story, Parra. Yeah. So Arenado's out. I'm not noticing anyone else who's not.
Story is fire right now.
Yes, he is.
7-game hit streak and not just ticky-tack singles either. Yellow Jesus says Phillies defense is horrible. I expect it to improve without Michael Franco in the lineup. But Santa Claus says fade Phillies. Yellow Jesus says I'm in Philly. It's windy as fuck today, and it's strange wind throwing because it's just so strong across the diamond. Tomor Marquez is better on the road. He's had issues with home runs, and this is a hitter's park. And Jay Peach says don't like the Phillies. Lean over. And
you don't like the Phillies. You like Colorado here, right?
I do.
Yeah.
And it's just that Dave LA. Dave LA. Rockies first 5 money line, full game money line.
I was thinking about throwing on the Rockies -1 here. Yeah, it is kind of a weird game. I will take a shot with it. It's a big under. So you want Colorado as well, right, Jim?
On the first 5.
All right. So Jim's going to take Colorado first half. I'm going to take Colorado -1. Let me find these the best lines here. Colorado first 5. Where are we? Colorado. Let me just find it here. Colorado would be let's see. Colorado would be plus. Let's see. Bookmaker has plus 118. I'll quickly check Pinnacle to see what they can give us. Plus 116. So you're going to take plus 118. Colorado plus 118, right, Jim?
That sounds great. Kobe Valentine also on the Colorado run line.
And I'm going to take Colorado -1. 2 underdog lines here. The money line part will be plus 115. That's a market line. And at Bet365, the alternative run line is plus 205. So I'm going to take Colorado -1 on that one. And Jim is taking Colorado on the first 5 innings. I'm kind of agreeing with you. Now I'm also starting to think about Colorado team total overs, and I'm starting to think about the over on this game in general, and maybe even the first 5 innings over. Let me see what the first 5 innings total would be here. Yeah. Oh God. Oh my God. There's a 4 at Heritage. Okay. I'm going to take I'm going to take that one as well. I'm going to take the first 5 innings over 4 minus 125. That's the line right now at the Heritage. First 5 innings over 4 minus 125. And I'm also thinking about the Colorado team total overs as well. I might quintuple up on this game, Jim. The last time I did that,
it was
swept
glorious.
it. 5-0.
It was glorious.
Yeah, the Colorado team total over for the game is just 4 plus 101. And the first 5 innings is 2 plus 120. All right, I'm definitely going to be on that one. 2 plus 120. I'm definitely going to be on that one. It's just Velasquez is a guy who, great velocity, but major league hitters can get around on his speed. Now, if his velocity starts to go down, that's going to get ugly fast. That's going to get ugly fast. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
I definitely know what you're saying. It's he's just got one.
Because he was getting hit even when he was hitting 97, 98. Take a couple ticks off of that. Feel me?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and that's what I was saying. But they were saying we do see pitchers who just don't have it that day, and that's
Sure.
what they were saying about
Sure.
him. He just didn't have it that day. But red alert to me, I mean, that's a red flag to me.
All right, I'll take it. I'm going to take Colorado first 5 innings, team total, just because we're getting a 2 at plus 120. 2 at plus 120. That's
Jesus.
the current line at...
That just sounds so juicy.
It does, right? It does, right, Jim?
Okay,
and
over
then
2 at plus 120.
Plus 120. And then Philly is over 2 at minus 122. And then the Colorado full game team total over is just 4 at plus 101 at Pinnacle.
Kevin K saying Colorado the most profitable first 5 bet this year, followed by Mariners, Braves, D-backs, and Rays.
Colorado also the most profitable team on the road. I believe that's still the case. That was the case last time I checked. It might have adjusted, but let me just quickly check. Colorado is, I believe, still the most profitable team in MLB on the road. I'll tell you in 1 second. Yes, absolutely, actually by a mile. Colorado, in terms of ROI in MLB, plus 33.4%. That's number 1. The second and third teams are Seattle and Boston at plus 24% both. So and Atlanta at plus 24%. So Colorado almost a full 10% better right now in terms of ROI on the road than the rest of the top 5.
Yeah, Marco Lou says I don't scream trap game a lot, but this smells like a trap.
On Colorado, he's saying.
Tomor says I think it makes sense. Velasquez velocity's down. He doesn't have good off-speed pitches. Too much pressure on his fastball.
Yeah.
And Marco Lou saying Rockies game is a trap game. I just feel like that plus 120 is very, very appealing.
Yes. I'm taking overs here. I'm only taking Colorado one way on the -1. The other, I guess I am taking the team total over, and I'm taking the first 5 over at 4. And I'm thinking about taking the full game over as well at 8.5 plus 104. And I'm thinking about throwing on the Philly first 5 innings because Marquez could get hit as well. I mean, the Phillies lineup, how bad? That's not that bad. Hernandez, Hoskins, Herrera, Santana, Williams. They could touch him a little bit, right?
Their offense is just. You can't be trusted right now, and that's my only fear now.
Sure.
But I think that you have a great. You're seeing things very clearly right now, so I don't want to get in the way of your magic.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hold off on it for now. I'm just going to take Colorado -1, the first 5 innings over 4, and the Colorado first 5 innings team total over 2 at plus 120. Jim's taking Colorado first 5 innings at plus 118.
I will take that Colorado first 5 team total over 2 as well.
Colorado first 5 innings team total over 2 plus 120. That is the current line at Pinnacle. Let me check the comments to see what anyone's saying about this. Baseball Bob says, Pete, talk me onto Colorado team total over. All right. I hope these aren't locks. You know what I'm saying? An excellent pick would be a 56% chance pick, which means you're going to lose 44% of the time. But hope we cash, Baseball Bob. I'm going to be on this one as well. Let's see. Justin Searcy says still decent record at home, right? I think he's talking about Philly. Philly's also been a profitable team at home. Very nice. Yes, that's
21
true.
and 12. Yeah.
Yeah, they're up about 15% ROI at home. Yes, Justin Searcy. I thought Philly had a dominant home record. Yes, Philly's about 15%. Positive 15% ROI at home on the year. Colorado up into the 30s. All right, so let's see. Anything else? Any other comments? And then we'll go on to another one.
Buddy Bill's wanting a parlay segment on our show. I mean, can be
parlay
something,
segment. Yeah, I mean, you can parlay. I mean, we do. I mean, parlays are just. We've talked about parlays a lot.
Yeah.
You can parlay any bunch of picks you want. The basic deal with parlays is that they magnify EV. So if you parlay a bunch of positive EV plays, your parlay is going to be even more EV than the individual legs. But big but it's going to wind up being a big underdog play, which means that it's very easy to overbet, which means that it's very, very easy to have a positive EV parlay that is actually negative EG. That's expected growth, negative EG, if you bet the parlay too high. So that's the basic deal with the parlays. And of course, correlation is something that you can use in parlays as well to get value. But parlays, that's just up to you. If you want to parlay any picks, I mean, there's nothing different from picks and parlays. I mean, picks are parlays. Parlays are picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nasty Nate would like a parlay segment as well. It's something that we can talk about. Kingu says, Jimmy, what about Colorado first 5 money line might play out like Texas yesterday? I'm fine with how that play played out with Texas. I mean, there was obviously. I mean, I was watching the game. There was little bounces that were going in each team's direction. Beltre may have been out on that slide, but Beltre having that throw from the catcher go through his legs was extremely bothersome, and in the end cost that big
Wait a minute.
first 5+ line.
Buddy Bills just said the one word that he knows that's going to get my attention. Ratings. Buddy Bill says parlay segment will put us through the roof in ratings. Is that true? If that's true, we're gonna have a parlay segment. Yeah, we're gonna have it, okay? Because I'm an absolute fucking hoard of ratings. Maybe we should. That might be fun actually. You know we can combine it. We combine it with our quote unquote best bets. We could just at the end of every show, we could just be like, all right, and we'll say that it's for entertainment purposes, and we'll say it'll be like the parlay jackpot segment where we decide, you can take as many or as few as your best bets as you want, your top 2 or your top 5 or whatever, and say this is the parlay that I'm going to throw on, and we could track that too.
I'd like that.
Would it be fun?
Yeah.
You think that would improve ratings?
If it will, it's worth a try.
Is it worth a try?
Sure.
We could do that. That might be fun. You know what I'm saying? At the end of every show and track that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm down.
That's not a bad idea. Who was the first person who suggested? Shout out to Buddy Bills 357. Wow, who was the other person who suggested that? I don't know.
Native Queen already 4-0-1 in WNBA.
Ooh, Lord, Native Queen. Killing it, Native Queen. A lot of people are up. I'm up in WNBA, a few units. Of course, King Rail killing it in WNBA. WNBA can be beaten, and if you really know what you're doing, can be killed. Got to know what you're doing, though. All right, nice job, Native Queen. Nice job, Native Queen. All right, so let's see. What else do you want to... DJ Big Boss says, parlay on your own damn time. Parlay segment will drain our percentage. All right, so there, it's just like parlays are like my shirt. Some people love it. Some people question it. Some people will pass. All right, so let's see. What else do we have, Jimmy the Bag from MLB today?
Well, let's move on to this next early game, and it's a game that I'm uncomfortable with and don't have a play. Lance Lynn versus Michael Fulmer, Twins at Tigers. Game time temp 82 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out. Lynn is 4-4, 5.08 ERA, 1.68 WHIP, and there's value trusting him right now. He's getting his shit together. It looks like he's over the blister problems that he was having to start out the year. Won 3 of his last 4 outings. Just had a nice 6-inning stint against the LA Angels. Held them to 1 run, 4 hits, and a no decision. Now, I really don't trust that Angels offense right now. But this stretch began with a great start against these Tigers. He held them scoreless for 6 2/3. 3 starts against Detroit, 2-1, 2.84 ERA. Fulmer just had a nice start. He threw 71 fastballs between 95 and 99 miles per hour. And that's what we've been waiting to see from him. That tells me that he's starting to get over that offseason surgery. Held Cleveland to 1 run on 5 hits in 7 innings. He's won all 4 of his career starts against these Twins. 3.04 ERA, struck out 23 and 2/3. Tigers are hitting 252 with a 711 OPS. Twins are hitting 239 with a 717 OPS. I found this a difficult game and had
very
tough
quickly
time finding
official play. Yeah. Second half over in the WNBA. Indiana, Atlanta. I'm going to add that one on. Second half over, and I need to bet that one. Carry on. I need to bet it, and I'm adding it on. Official pick. Second half over 76.5. Go ahead, please.
Dave LA's on Twins Tigers first 5 under 5. Kobe Valentine likes Detroit money line and -1.5.
Okay, so once again, I just bet that one, and that is an official WNBA pick for myself. Indiana and Atlanta, second half over 76.5. That's the current line at Heritage.
And it is now 3-0 Giants. Sean Wynn letting us know that.
Nice.
Buddy Bill says, any CFL picks? Yes, Pete will have a CFL pick for the morning show. I will have my CFL breakdowns for the late show.
Absolutely. I'll tell you right now what the pick is. It is going to be Winnipeg. We'll break it down. There is a CFL segment here, but it is going to be Winnipeg. I bet that one already. First half, +4 and full game, +7. But, we're going to break that down. Why? The CFL is just a very interesting league, and it's for a couple of reasons. First of all, because you see a lot of fringe NFL guys get second chances there. Second of all, I think it's just a better game because the field is bigger, so it's not as much of an up and down game. There's a lot more lateral. There's a lot of athletic guys from college who don't have the bulk to do well in the NFL, but then they thrive in the CFL. So I like the CFL. I think it's a better game. But anyway, go on, Jimmy the Bag. Once again, Indiana, Atlanta, second half over, 76.5, -110. Current line at Heritage. That's an official pick, and I just bet it. All right, keep going, Jim. Thanks.
I like it.
Yeah.
Ziggy Balls joining us, says lean Tigers money line.
What a great show this is. We're hitting back and forth. MLB, World Cup, and WNBA second half. CFL. Bam, bam, bam. Pow!
King Rail
Shirts,
says
fashion too.
King Rail says on that over also, Pete.
Hell yeah.
And when these guys are on the same side, it makes sense to run with them.
Hell yeah.
King Rail says if you tailed my WNBA this week, you're up 13 units.
Hell yeah. We got it all. We got fashion. We got a World Cup, MLB, WNBA, CFL. We got most of all commenters who fucking kick ass and give us information and help us out and make jokes and everything. We got everything in here, Jimmy the Bag. Damn. Yeah, so King Rail agrees with that second half over.
King Rail agrees. Native Queen agrees.
Pow! 76.5, and I just bet it. My max standard size bet. Nothing crazy, but I did do it. All right, Jimmy the Bag, keep going. Whatever you were talking about. Where the hell you were just talking about?
We're talking about Lynn Fulmer, yes. And it's a spot that I'm uncomfortable with. I want to see Fulmer throw another game where he's going between 95 and 99 with his fastball. If he does, I will trust him moving forward. And but Lance Lynn is someone I believe in moving forward, so I'm off this spot.
Okay, yeah, that's an interesting one. My first thought, I was thinking maybe a shot with the under, maybe Detroit again. I mentioned it yesterday. I was like that was in my leans category. Detroit -1. I was like Detroit. At some point the loss of Cabrera is going to catch up with them. But Detroit is I believe Detroit is actually the top team in MLB in terms of home ROI, and I think it's also by a mile. I'm going to bring it up again. But Detroit might be, they have that team profile of a team that might have some sneaky value, especially as a big underdog at home. Yeah, the number 2 team, once again, Milwaukee, Seattle, and San Francisco are 2, 3, and 4 at home right now, all about +19 or 20% ROI. Detroit is number 1, up at 29% ROI at home, the best team by 10 percentage points in MLB at home in terms of ROI. Now, if I had asked you that before I told you that, if I had said, who is the best team in terms of ROI at home, no way you would have said Detroit, right? No way I would have said that either unless I had the spreadsheet here.
No, that's they're an impressive team.
Yeah.
Kingu About Business says first 5 under might be a good spot here.
Yeah.
That I'm curious, what could we get on that first 5 under?
On the first 5 under, let me just see. Let me see. First 5 under in that one. Where is it? Minnesota, Detroit. Yeah, it's a standard 5. Standard 5. I mean, the question is just, Lynn and Fulmer have been good. Are they likely to continue it here? I don't see why not. But on the other hand, anything can happen. What do you think?
I do like that 5. Is it juiced heavy?
No, it's a standard. It's a standard line.
I think that might be the play. I really do. But I mean, did Fulmer turn a corner in his last start? If he did, I think that might be the play. I agree that this Tigers team is going to have value, and even just as a dog in general, not even at home. They seem to have a team that grinds and keeps fighting. And Hicks at first, he can hit. And the Twins, I don't trust their offense. I think this under 5 is the play. I think it's a great idea that my man Kingu brings up.
Yeah.
And when does this game start? This game starts in 30
1 o'clock Eastern time. Not applicable. Says Pete looks like a reject from the TV show Saved by the Bell. LOL. Yeah, man. I wanted to bang every damn chick on that show when I was a kid. Jimmy the Bag. Every damn chick. All of them. Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Lark Voorhees. Every damn one of them. Well-cast show.
Lark Voorhees.
Yeah, it's a shame what happened. Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm going to jump on this.
She had such potential, didn't she? Right.
I'm going to jump on this right now. Ulysses Hayes saying Minnesota, Young Vaughn, Twins. Jim Bean says Tigers win, Lynn sucks. You know what? I trust both these pitchers. I don't trust these things. I think that Kingu is right. I'm going to jump on this first 5 under 5.
All right, you sure about that, right?
I am.
Okay, let's see. All right, let me just first 5 innings under 5, and that's going to be 5 minus 110. No, at UWager, and BetMania minus 105. Once again, if you'd like to sign up with UWager, please use the link in the description box below this video. And if you do happen to have UWager, and if you want to tail Jimmy the Bag on this play, you're in luck because according to SBR odds here, UWager has the best odds on the under 5. First 5 innings under 5 minus 105, and that is also available at BetMania. All right, so Jimmy the Bag's going to take Detroit first 5 innings under 5 minus 105, right, Jim?
Yes.
All right. What else do you like, Jim?
Yes. Well, let's move on to this game again. So Carlos Rodon, I remember when he came off, this exact same thing happened last year. He was hurt at the beginning of the year. He got lit up in his rehab assignments, and then he came in and pitched well. I forget that this is I believe a number 3 or 4 overall pick from 2014. This guy has the stuff when he's feeling right. Carlos Rodon.
Oh yeah.
But I don't trust him, and you know, it doesn't matter to me that he was a number 3. I think maybe long term. But I remember last year he had these terrible rehab starts. I faded him when he came back, and he looked very good at first.
Yeah, I mean the problem with him is he has nasty stuff, but he has control issues, and you know it's a classic thing you see all the time in MLB. Just because you make one nasty pitch and make a batter look stupid does not mean you're going to have success over a 7-inning start, right? What matters in starting pitching is consistency. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a couple of nasty pitches that make the hitters look stupid, but then you're walking 3 out of the next 4 guys, you're going to get crushed.
I liked what we saw from him, though, at Fenway. We know that that's a tough place to pitch against a tough lineup. I mean, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. Struck out 7, did still walk 2. Coming off of shoulder surgery. Let's see. And then Barnaby Rumbler says Clevenger not pitching well. Alex says, I don't trust Clevenger. Melee Palis Way says Cleveland full game under. Jim Bean giving us a final score. White Sox 5, Indians 2.
I was thinking about an over on this one. I don't quite like the fact that the line opened at 9 and now it's down to 8.5 and headed maybe even a little bit lower. There's no 8s that I'm seeing, but I was thinking about overs here. I was thinking about a first 5 innings over, and I was thinking about a full game over. I'm looking at the lineup. Is anyone out? I can't see. There's Abreu. There's who's out? Moncada's out. He's out for the White Sox. Okay. I'm looking at the Indians lineup. Alonso, there he is. Jose Ramirez, Lindor, Davis, Encarnacion. All right.
Kingu about business says Rodon is a beast. Says healthy Cy Young type stuff.
Yes, in terms of stuff. But does he have Cy Young consistency? And consistency is way more important than stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Sema J says some guy bet $5,000 on White Sox at New Jersey Sportsbook. Marcus Colon says White Sox win today. I
mean, the line has crashed. It's been this is one of these 25-cent moves. It opened at plus 150 at Pinnacle. Now it's down to plus 128. So clearly a 20 or 25-cent move in favor of the White Sox here, which I guess means that someone thinks that Rodon is going to be okay. Or that Clevenger is going to get touched. I was thinking about overs here. I'm a little bit confused and concerned now. Let's make a brisk pace here, Jim.
I'm not going to make a play on this game, but I need to send my bet in for that under 5 in the Twins Tigers.
Okay.
So I'm going to need about 45 seconds.
Go ahead. Yeah, so I'm looking at, and here you go. Strong disagreement here. Mally Mal says he picked the wrong game to bet 5,000 on. Buddy Bills 357 says they will today. I'm on the White Sox. Then right after that, Jay Sandercock, all in caps, says Indians trust me. So Jay Sandercock wants us to trust him and take the Indians. Buddy Bills today confidently on the White Sox. Mally Mal also liking the Indians, right? He's not like another guy who bet $5,000 on the White Sox. Kevy K says Sandercock about to get your head served to you. Okay, so Kevy K liking the White Sox here. Alex passing this game or White Sox. So he's leaning White Sox or nothing. Jay Peach also leaning White Sox or nothing. Jim Bean says Sox win. Okay. Dave L.A. likes the Indians' first 5. All right. So people just going back and forth on this one. Marco Lou, Indians will bounce back. I was thinking about over, but the line's gotten bet down significantly from the over, from the opener. What do you think?
I'm uncomfortable. I like adding on that first 5 in the game prior, but I don't know exactly what Rodon's going to give us, and as Clevenger's taken shots because of his mechanics and stuff like that, and I've supported him, but he's not looked great the last couple starts, and I'm off of it.
All right. Okay. I'm going to think about what I want to do here. Let's move on, Jim. What else do you want to talk about in terms of MLB?
Well, let's talk about this Verlander-Montas spot. Another play that I'm uncomfortable with. Game time 66 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out. Astros dominated the first 2 games of this series. Truly putting the A's in their place. 6-3 and 13-5. Gaddis has 10 RBIs. Verlander on his way to a Cy Young if he keeps this up. 1.45 ERA, 0.76 WHIP, 8-2, 113 strikeouts. He has a 10-6 record with a 2.61 ERA in 17 starts against the A's, and he's very good in Oakland. 5-4 with a 2.38 ERA. Montas looks good. We're finally seeing why they were so high on him when they got him for Reddick a couple years ago. 3-0. 1.25 ERA, 0.88 WHIP. Has allowed 3 runs in 21 2/3 so far this year. He looks very good. Astros are hitting hard. Athletics are hitting. Their numbers are going down quickly. Jim Bean says Houston wins easy money. Dave L.A. says Astros run line. Buddy Bill says Houston first half money line. Okeezy says you killed it last night. I did not, Okeezy. You're very kind. But, I guess on the night game, I did go 2-0 in the night games to save my day. So thank you, Okeezy. Much love. But I just took it in the bottom mouth in the early games. Adam Lopez, who said this yesterday. Adam Lopez said Astros run line yesterday, and he was right very easily. He says Astros run line is the gift that keeps on giving.
And yesterday, of course, we did note that there was a massive line move in favor of Houston yesterday. And obviously, after the first few batters, you understood why. You know what I'm saying? All right, I made a decision here. I think if Rodon is good, the White Sox have great value. I'm going to take the White Sox -1, though, on the alternative -1 line, which is going to give a nice little payout here. The best line for the money line at Intertops +130, and Bet365 on the alternative run line is going to be White Sox +310. So I'm getting a big juicy line there for the White Sox -1. They might lose the game, but if they win it, I think it's because I think there's high volatility with Rodon, and of course we talk about this a lot of times when you're when you're taking run lines. You're betting into volatility. When you think there's high volatility, you want to take underdog lines. When you think there's going to be low volatility, you want to take favorite lines. And I think there's high volatility here, so I like it. I think there's big upside with Rodon combined with volatility. I'm going to take White Sox -1, +130, +310. And if it loses, I'll be fine with throwing away a unit there.
Yeah, and a lot of people supporting your play.
Yeah.
And then back to that Astros game, Tomor says Verlander wasn't great last start, but Montas sucks against righties. I'd only look to Houston here. I don't see value. I don't see an edge, and I'm not making a play at this point on the Astros-A's game.
Okay. Let's see. Other MLB that you're thinking about, Jim.
I'm on the Rays' first 5 here. I just think that Herman, even though he does have good stuff, just doesn't seem to be able to handle the situations. And it's not easy pitching in the Bronx when you haven't established yourself as a major league pitcher. Game time 80 Fahrenheit, and the wind blowing out, but blowing out to right field. It's a tricky wind, but it's pretty strong. Rays are 4-1 in their last 5 games since dropping 8 straight. Can we really trust that? I mean, they beat this terrible Blue Jay squad. But Snell, 4-0, 0.89 ERA in his last 5 starts, 36 strikeouts and 30 1/3. He's allowed 1 earned run or less 9 times this season. Now, he doesn't have bad numbers in Yankee Stadium. But the sample size is small enough that I can put a line through it. I don't trust Herman. I do think that the Yankees will slowly get you. Yes. They're just that kind of a baseball team. So I'm just going to take them. I'm just going to take these Rays on the first 5. Yes, the Yankees have an 801 OPS versus lefties, but Snell is a hell of a young pitcher. I'm on Rays first 5.
All right, and I'm going to be on the old Yankees second half line. Second half -120 is the current line at Pinnacle and at Heritage and Bookmaker. I don't like taking these home second half lines when they're up on the -145s like the Yankees were in their last game. But now it's just -120 here, so I will take that one. Yankees second half -120. Jim's going to take Tampa Bay first 5 innings on the money line, right, Jim?
Yes.
All right, Tampa Bay, let me just find it. Here it is. Tampa Bay first 5 innings, 135 at Intertops, and we're going to quickly check Pinnacle here to see if we can get you a better line here. 135 at Intertops, and Pinnacle has no. Okay, so Intertops, Jim's going to take Tampa Bay first 5 innings, money line +135. That's an Intertops for line shopping here at SBRodds.com. All right, Jim, we do want to keep a brisk pace here. What else are you thinking about? We haven't gotten to the Arizona Mets game. We haven't gotten to the Felix Hernandez game. What else are you thinking about, Jim?
I just think the Mets are a sinking ship, like what we talked about with Toronto. I feel that way as well, and they're just going to keep losing at this point.
Sinking ship, you think so, huh? Like the Blue Jays, like the USA, Mets are a sinking ship, fade away, right?
I do think fade away, and I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the full game run line here. Steven Matz has looked good enough this year, but the Mets have scored 19 runs in their last 12 games, being shut out 3 times. I just don't trust him. Now, Coke is not necessarily a guy I trust either, but I know that their offense can give enough runs and take care of business. Coke did give up 8 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned in his most recent start, but that was in Colorado at Coors Field. I hope he pitches better here. He faced the Mats 3.53 ERA, 1.26 WHIP. Got touched by the Diamondbacks just recently on May 19th, 4 runs in 4 innings. This Mets team isn't hitting, and I'm going to take Diamondbacks on -1.5. And the Diamondbacks, surprisingly, after 2 years of not being able to hit lefties, are smashing lefties. And after I wrote down this stat, I had to go back and double check it. 255 with a 787 OPS. I'm shocked to see that. I'm on Diamondbacks run line.
All right, the Diamondbacks run line. Let me find the best line here, which would be plus 159 at Pinnacle. All right, Jim's going to take Arizona run line plus 159. Yeah, it just seems like it's a little bit too easy, or is it low-hanging fruit? I mean, it was the obvious thing I was thinking, right?
I can understand that, and Mats can pitch okay.
But is it Mats or Vargas?
It's Mats.
It is. You
yes.
Sure about that?
Okay. That was what I was dealing with all morning. Whether it was Mats or Vargas.
Because SBR odds is showing Vargas. I'm going to quickly check. Let's see what the sportsbooks have to say about this one.
It is Vargas.
Yes, it's Vargas.
Wow. Okay, because my initial studying was with Vargas, and then it moved to Mats. Well, that actually probably gives me more confidence. All my initial notes were with Vargas, and I supplemented Mats in there. Wow, interesting. Wow. So how does that change it for you?
I'm going to make my decision on this one in the evening game. I'm not even going to think about it. Obviously, my initial lean is just auto-fading the Mets, taking Arizona here.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it this way.
Okay. All right. And then the Felix Hernandez game. Do we want to fade Felix again here? I think so. What do you think, Jim?
I do, but I don't think I need to go on a run line or anything like that. The Mariners are playing so well that I get enough value with Red Sox full game money line. I'd be curious to see what line I would get at this point, but it was in the -120s, I believe.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to make a no-brainer play here. Boston Red Sox first 5 innings, team total over 2. Boston Red Sox first 5 innings, team total over 2, and that is going to be -113 at Pinnacle right now. No-brainer play. If Felix comes in and has a good game, which is possible. I mean, he's definitely declining, but he's capable of throwing a decent start. 2 starts ago, he had a nice start at home against Tampa Bay, and that was fine, right? If Felix comes in here and throws a 5-inning start where he gives up 1 or fewer runs, that's fine. I'll eat the loss, right? But it's a percentage play. I'm going to take Boston first 5 innings, team total over 2, -113. And right now on the full game, yeah, it's about -120. 120 would be the best line.
That sounds fine to me. Price is 5-0 in his last 6 starts, 3-1 with a 2.62 ERA and 7 career starts against Seattle. Hernandez just can't be trusted. He did go a season high 8 innings in his last home start against the Rays, and we are wondering if he had turned it around, and he did not. Got tagged for 6 runs on 5 earned on 7 hits just this past Saturday. He's given up 4 more runs in 5 of his past 7 starts. Mariners hit lefties, and Red Sox hit righties, so it balances out fine to me. I'm going to take Red Sox full game.
All right, Red Sox full game. Best line would be -120. It is interesting, though, that the line has moved in Seattle's favor. It opened about 10-cent line move there. It opened at +121 at Pinnacle, now down to +111. So about a 10-cent line move in favor of Seattle, which is definitely interesting. Just noteworthy.
Without a doubt. But in fact, people trust Hernandez at home. He's still able to pick his spots even though his velocity's down. But when I saw the line movement, it just made it more appealing.
Yeah, I don't think he's terrible. I just think he's still overvalued. You know what I'm saying? Still overvalued. All right, let's see. Let's quickly. Then there's one other MLB game which I think we should skip because we do want to get to World Cup and we do want to get to a CFL just very quickly. Once again, Jimmy and I will be back at 6:00 Eastern Time with Team Bankroll also, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to talk with us about more World Cup. That'll be at 6:00, and Jimmy and I, of course, will go over the evening games in MLB once again. Maybe add on a few picks. Let's see. Let me just review all the official MLB picks. Jim and I have both given a lot. Jim is on Tampa Bay first half. Tampa Bay first half, right?
Tampa Bay first 5, yes.
Right. I'm sorry. Okay, so I wrote it twice. Okay, so Jim is on. Detroit, first 5 innings, under 5. Tampa Bay, first 5 innings, money line. Boston, money line. Miami, over 8. Colorado, first 5 innings, plus 118. Arizona, run line, plus 159. And Colorado, first 5 innings, team total, over 2, plus 120. I've added a bunch of plays. In addition to the WNBA second half over that I gave, I'm on Boston, first 5 innings, team total, over 2. Colorado, -1. Yankees, second half. Giants, second half. Philly game, first 5 innings, over 4, -125. San Francisco, -1. White Sox, -1. And Colorado, first 5 innings, team total, over 2 at plus 120. And just some of my leans that I was thinking about. Thinking about also going with the Philly first 5 innings, team total, over as well. Obviously thinking about joining Jim with Arizona, taking Arizona -1. And thinking about maybe doubling or tripling up on a fade of Felix Hernandez. Either taking Boston -1, maybe taking Boston on the first 5 innings, maybe taking the first 5 innings over, maybe adding on the Boston full game team total over, but thinking about doubling or tripling up in a fade of Felix Hernandez. And as far as leans are concerned, and also, my leans would be to the over in the White Sox-Cleveland game, although I don't understand why the line has gotten bet down. And I guess also vaguely thinking about shots with the White Sox team total overs as well. And that's about it for MLB. Anything else you want to add, Jim? Any comments that have caught your eye?
A lot of comments have caught my eye.
A lot of comments have caught your eye. No shit. No shit.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of shit going down on our chat right now.
Yeah, what kind of shit, Jim?
But I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay focused. Russia's putting a beat down on Saudi Arabia. Royal Portwando says Astros run line, Jimmy. Russia wins 5-0.
Joshua Yanez says the WNBA game don't look good. Looks like I might have jumped the gun on that one or made a bad pick on that one. I'm going to need over 76.5. Maybe we'll get bailed out by overtime. Let me see what's going on there in the WNBA game. Are they? Oh shit. Yeah, they slowed way the hell down. All right, I wasn't expecting that. I was just all right. That might have been a loss. Okay, all right. The losses do happen. The losses do come. Sorry if anyone tailed that one and ate a loss. I bet it myself right here on camera. All right, Jim, what else do we have going on?
We need to get into soccer.
Okay, let's get
next. No, CFL.
All right, let's quickly get into CFL. Once again, I do have official picks that I did bet. I'm taking Winnipeg here. And I am going to double up on it. I'll take Winnipeg first 5 innings. I'm sorry, first half, and also on the full game. You see this a lot in the CFL, Jim, where you have a team that just has a lot of quality all over the field. Big question at quarterback, and that is what happened with Winnipeg. Their big quarterback Nichols is out, and they've got a rookie starting, and he's a guy with no professional experience. He's coming straight from the University of South Dakota. The question is, how much does that hurt them? Probably hurts them a decent amount, but the rest of the team, I think, is going to rally around him. Winnipeg has generally high hopes for this season. They have a veteran offensive line. They added a lot of pieces on defense, which was a big concern for them in the offseason, including that guy Big Hill. They added him, and I'm not sure if this guy might wear down after a few games, but I think in this first game, as a big underdog, they're worth a play, getting all these points. And obviously, if he comes in and completely shits the bed, then yes, Edmonton will blow him out because Edmonton's a great team. But I think more likely than not, Winnipeg can hang with them. And we have seen. Don't forget Carson Wentz was a Division II guy. Some of these top elite guys in Division II at quarterback, people who play for like North Dakota State and South Dakota and stuff like that. Those are quality players. You know what I'm saying? Reports are that he's been fine, that he was impressed, which is why he's starting in the preseason and stuff like that. So I'm willing to believe it, and I'm going to take Winnipeg first half and full game. Let me just quote the official lines right now. Full game will be 7.5 minus, where are we? 7.5. There you go. 7.5 minus 106 at Heritage. I'm going to take Winnipeg on the spread, plus 7.5, minus 106. And I'm also going to take Winnipeg on the first half, which should be 4, or there might be some 4.5s available. Let me see. Yeah, no 4.5. So I'm going to take a plus 4, minus 105 at Bet365, plus 4, minus 105 at Bet365. Edmonton's obviously awesome, but Winnipeg has high hopes for this year. If the quarterback can hold his own and the defense comes in and tries to support him for at least the opening game, probably Winnipeg has some value. So I'm taking that one. Winnipeg, first half plus 4, minus 105, and full game plus 7.5, minus 106.
I hear that. I'm looking forward to hammer this game more. Eskies are hosting the Grey Cup this year. They've worked very hard putting a team together to hopefully get to play in their Grey Cup. But I will be hammering this on the late show, and I like where you stand.
Jimmy Malone says, anyone want to bet on what year Loshak's shirt went out of style? Jimmy Malone. Trust me, I look cool, okay? Trust me. So let me stand up. Jimmy Malone. Check it out. Check it out, Jimmy Malone. Check it out, baby. Trust me, I look cool right now. All right? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Jimmy the Bag.
Our YouTube chat becomes a dangerous place to be sometimes.
Really?
And we need to remember that this is the best part of this show. So it's okay to be against each other on plays, but let's not talk about violence or call people names or stuff like that. We are a family and families fight, but they make up when it's all said and done. And so let's just try to care about each other here as much as possible, and let's move on to soccer.
Meantime, not applicable says 1983 is when this shirt went out of style. Okay, all right, not applicable. All right, Jimmy the Buddy Bills 357 says, which plays better, Loshak, first half or full game? I don't know. I'm betting them both equally. I could easily see Winnipeg coming out and catching Edmonton off guard to start, and then Edmonton goes into halftime and then comes back and explodes later. I could also see Edmonton jumping out to a big lead and then Winnipeg coming back. Hopefully they'll both cash. I don't have any opinion on which is better. I'm just giving them both as picks, and I did bet them both, and I bet them both roughly equally. I bet the full game a little bit more just because you're getting more points there. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to take only one of those, definitely I would take the full game. So I guess I would say the full game is probably better. But I bet them both, and I bet them both roughly equally. First full game a little bit more than the first half, but they're obviously highly correlated. So there's your answer. All right, Jim. What else do you have here, Jim?
Okay. Tomor says Russia should be a good fade next game. We'll see the line. That is what I'm hoping. So that's what I'm praying for. Sorry?
Dickerson Gambler says, how many people watching the show are wearing ankle bracelets? Funny shit. All right, Jimmy the Bag, World Cup, continue.
These are the plays that I already locked in before the game started. The rest of the plays I will lock in now. There was a time issue, so I had to make sure that these plays were locked in. And I also made 2 plays on the show yesterday with Team Bankroll. And they were simple plays. They were Mexico to move on to the next round at -110, and Belgium to win the group at -120. The plays that I tweeted out, Pete, that I need you to lock in for me, that I already locked in the lines for, are Uruguay to win Group A at -150.
Okay.
And that's available at Bet365. Russia to not qualify at +220. Available at Pinnacle.
At +220. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Russia under 5.5 points, so they can't beat Egypt or Uruguay at -140. And Poland, and that's available at Pinnacle. And Poland to last longer than Russia at +102. That is available at Pinnacle.
Okay, so that's it?
No, that's just what I tweeted out.
All right, right. So let me just get it. Okay, so Uruguay to win Group A, -150. Russia to not qualify, +220. Russia under 5.5 points, -140. And Poland to last longer than Russia, +102. Is that all correct?
That is all correct.
All right. Okay. What else do you have, Jim?
Okay. These are the plays that I want to lock in right now with you Pete. And there may be line changes, so I need to ensure that these are the correct lines.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Argentina to win the group.
Okay.
And let's see. Let me just get them right now. It's been okay. I can't get the line right now.
Okay, well we can line chop a little bit. It's just going to take a little. I don't know if we want to sit here on line chop.
Yeah, we probably don't. Okay, so why don't we just make these plays and then we can lock it in.
Okay.
Yes, Justin Pauls has a play that I am also on. So first off, Argentina to win the group.
And what is that?
Well, we're gonna because I can't get them right now.
Okay.
I got it at -163 last night, but I didn't lock it in. So
that's okay. Just tweet it out. Whatever you got, Jim. We trust you.
Argentina to win the group. Costa Rica to finish in the bottom of their group.
Costa Rica to finish bottom of group. Okay.
South Korea to finish bottom of group.
South Korea to finish bottom of group. Okay.
Japan to finish bottom of group.
Okay. Japan to finish bottom of group. Okay.
And those are the additions that I need to make.
All right, so these are we don't have the odds yet, but we will Jim will line chop and find his best odds. So he has Argentina to win their group, Costa Rica to finish bottom of group, South Korea to finish bottom of group, and Japan to finish bottom of group. Those are 4 plays that we don't have lines for, in addition to Uruguay to win Group A, Russia to not qualify at plus 220, Russia under 5.5 points minus 140, and Poland to last longer than Russia at plus 102.
I do have a play, one more play, and it goes directly against, and I don't like this, directly against Bill Butler. Alert Eddie says Russia will beat Egypt. This goes directly against Bill Butler, and I don't like that. Bill Butler today put $500 on Colombia to win the group. Group H at plus 125. I am taking Poland to win that group.
Okay.
And it was plus 175 yesterday, but I'll tweet out the exact.
Okay, Poland to win group?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. 5. Okay. Here you go. Teddy B says, Loshak bag, calling it right now. Mexico against Germany, draw or Mexico to win. Fade Germany. Teddy B looking to fade Germany. Okay.
I think that fading Germany will be something that will work. I don't know if it will work in the group stage.
Okay. All right. So Jimmy the Bag, is that it for World Cup? You want, and of course we will be doing a lot more World Cup discussion and analysis in the afternoon show with Team Bankroll, and of course Team Bankroll themselves will be doing lots of World Cup coverage all World Cup long, right, Jim?
Right.
Okay. So any comments you want to make?
Yeah, a lot of people talking about. Well, let's first off that Japan being a live dog. I think that. I think they're clearly a team in trouble. Firing Halilhodžić showed that they are very uncomfortable with where they were moving. They had a very tough time moving out of qualifying. They finished ahead of Saudi Arabia by a point, and we just saw Saudi Arabia lose 5-0 to Russia. Yes, they're an experienced squad. It's a third World Cup for, Kawashima, Honda, Nagatomo, some of their best players, Okazaki. But I just feel like this is a team that's been in steady decline since 2010, and I expect getting a nice giant plus 150 for them to be at the bottom is and Cody AV backing it, saying Japan will be last in the group. Tomor backing me against Bill Butler says I like Poland to win the group. I think that just how easy of a time. I mean, they had a very easy time in qualifying. They had an easy group, but Lewandowski is an absolute monster. We know that already. And now they have a great coach, and that was something that maybe was holding them back in the past with Nawalka. Also, they're have experienced leaders, and that's I believe in this team. In Colombia, I just been let down by them so often. Their qualifying campaign was pretty ugly. They lost both of their games against Argentina. They couldn't manage any wins against Brazil or Uruguay or Chile. That's not a good sign. They have players used to playing in top European leagues. That's going to help them, obviously. James Rodriguez is a star, but they just continually come up short against the best teams in top competitions. So
yeah, a lot of great comments here. Alert Eddie says, go look at Senegal's squad. They will have no problem beating Japan.
I agree with that. The only thing that you have to question about Senegal is, set pieces, and Cisse as a coach, I just feel like he can be out coached. If there was a something that would scare me about Senegal and why I don't have them moving forward. I have Colombia and Poland moving forward in the group is Cisse. Now Mané is a beast, and they're an exciting team. There's no doubt about it. They have a very strong midfield. But I question Cisse. I question their coaching.
Okay, Alert Eddie likes Japan, South Korea, Australia, and Costa Rica to finish bottom of their group. So that's an agreement with you, Jimmy. Tomarino Tomar says, I like Poland to win the group. Very well organized, impressive at UEFA. All right, so Tomarino Tomar also agreeing with your...
Barca Man's with Bill.
Yes.
Barca Man says Colombia will win the group. Barca Man and Bill really know what they're talking about, so it's not something that gives me confidence.
Sure. Eric Swiatek says Poland is a very popular pick, as is Uruguay to win easy tonight. Interesting.
Wow, Justin Paul says Borgata Sportsbook opened at noon. They do a nice job. I'm looking forward to hear how that looks.
Lamia Saeed says Egypt are overrated and Germany is the last team you want to fade. LOL. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is exciting. It's exciting. So we're going to be breaking down all these games. So today, this afternoon, when we have Team Bankroll in, we are going to be hammering the next 4 days of games. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That is 7, 10, 13 games that we will be breaking down, and we're very excited to run with these guys.
Sounds great. We'll be here at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We'll review the evening games, be here with Team Bankroll, and hopefully have a lot more fun as always. A great show this morning. We'll see you at 6 o'clock Eastern time.